Okay. Thank you very much for the questions. We will come to you with... Yeah, we've got a question here. I've got a question there. I'll come to you.
The question is to whom? Question is to whom? As we know, in all movies there is a little bit of fact, a little bit of fiction. Same for this film also. Some sequences, some aspects of it are taken from real life, but I'll say it's a good mix of around 30-70. Like 30 is reality, 70 is fiction. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. I've got a question here.
Hello, hi, this is Sheetal from Short Format. Excuse me, here.
Can you stand?
My question is to the producer. Since the movie is releasing on 7th September, there's one more movie coming, Ras 3, with a big banner. So, do you have a specified audience for this movie, and it was a strategic that this movie had to come when Ras 3 was supposed to release?
Absolutely not. There's no strategy behind on this particular date. It's just that, firstly, say hi to Niyati. So, and she's a good friend. We work together actually. So, what has happened is we were in post-production. We had debated a couple of dates. Obviously, we didn't want to be around any big movie, but the moment our post-production got over, and this is not a large budget movie, like you see, it's my first movie. And I'm the executive producer. I'm not the producer of the film. Producer is Mr. Madanlal Jain, who's the partner with me in Twilight Entertainment. We decided on this particular date only after seeing what are the kind of releases. But very frankly, it just happened to fall in place for us. It's not like we had a plan, let's go on 7th September or 24th September or whatever. But we definitely didn't want to be around the big movies. And I think that's what most of the people in the industry do. We wanted our movie to reach out to as many people as possible. Although I agree with Pritesh that this has a lot of reality and fiction attached to it. When I saw this movie, I find it more of, I find almost 90% of it as real. It means we've not tried to show the industry in a grim fashion or something like that. We've tried to, show the reality, whatever is there, and what a guy, it's a journey about a guy who has some dream, he's a rebel, and so we wanted it to reach out to most part of the audiences, and we felt this is the right date to be there.
So how do you feel this movie would occupy how much space and, comparatively of Ras 3?
I don't think even Mr. Vikram Bhatt can answer that question for Ras 3.
How many screens the film is going to be released on?
I can only tell you from the experience that I have from after we released the theatrical trailer. In fact, we showed this movie to a lot of people from the industry. I think that's the normal route anybody would take who's in my shoes. And everybody found the movie very promising. They found the content very fresh. They found the songs amazing. And they actually felt that, this is something that is happening in the industry and it should reach out to people. So if you ask me, Ras 3 is a complete different genre from what we are. We are a drama. It's a complete drama. There's a bits of comedy. There's love in that. There's beautiful songs. Ras is completely an out-and-out horror flick. So there's a different audience for that kind of flick in ours. So it's a family entertainer, and it's for the youth, mainly for the youth. My entire target audience is for the youth, for them to come and see. I always tell them come and see. I would tell them come and see this movie. Rebel, but rebel with a cause.
Yours the next
Pardon?
question.
You're distributing the film yourself?
Yeah. This film is being distributed by PVR.
Okay, the next question is continuation to this. It's not only about Ras 3, but along with this year.
Yeah.
Okay, in September there is a lot of movies that are coming in. There is Heroine, there is English. There are a lot of movies along with Ras 3. So where do you think so many big budgets are coming? Where do you see your target audience? How will it land up to them? Will the promotion be to the mark where you can make a niche among these audience?
See, actually that's really a good question because that's the only thing that we had to debate on, very frankly, at our organization, is the communication for this movie. That's the reason why you see the communication is very different. The idea was that as a person who's this is my first movie. So the idea was that if I'm driving down the road and I happen to see Chal, Pichchur, Banate hovering, okay, and there is Ekta Tiger, there are Heroine, I know all these movies are there, they are big banner movies, but that doesn't stop me from making a movie. There'll always be big brands around you. You know, I'm just trying to reach out to the people in terms of, I know my content is good, I know my songs are good, so the only way was to, actually get them to see my communication and come and see the movie. Because once they come and hit the theaters, I think they would be very happy seeing the content. So I think the theatrical trailers and the communication, the digital poster that we've used, I think it's already doing its job. So the kind of response that we're seeing, and you'll always see these big movies around you. There's always going to be a Heroine, a Barfi, or movies from the Yash Raj camp, or whether it's the Vikram Bhatt camp, or you're always going to be surrounded by these movies, right?